What's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. We back at y'all again Thursday night, 8 Sports, straight sports, no chaser. I'm Diego Barishnikov, one half of the super team. Here with the other half, the point guard. What's cracking?
What's good, people? It's your boy, All Hate, the other A and AA Sports. I'm coming at you this week as the Wizard of Hate because we are predicting free agency. What's good, homie?
I'm about to say, I came up on a genie, I see.
I'm about to predict what these cats is going to do.
All right, well, there we go. We're going to dive into free agency. Y'all know we can't leave without touching on this Knicks drama soap opera, so we're going to get right on into it. What you want to jump off with?
You know what? We've been talking about it for I want to say weeks, if not months. Phil been trying to get fired. He been trying to get fired for months, and he finally got his way. The only problem I had with the firing, why didn't they fire his ass last Wednesday before the draft? So they could have took Dennis Smith Jr. instead of taking that French dude who was perfect for the triangle, which they ain't going to run no more. That's the only problem I had. But at least Dolan did something right, finally. Shout out to him. What you got?
Yeah, and they, they may have been, the last straw may have been, when they picked the French dude, and people, this is what the people of New York were doing. They found out Phil was fired. You saw, so maybe that was it. I'm pretty sure it was a combination of, the melodrama, putting KP on the table, this draft pick, and at some point Dolan was talking to his senses. I don't think he made this choice on his own. Even though he's the owner, I think he had some inputs from somewhere.
You know who I think got in his ear? His big homie Isaiah Thomas, because he's trying to get back up there and get that job. Phil had to go, man. You can't be falling asleep at workouts. I mean, I ain't heard of him traveling to go see anybody. Nothing. All year long.
I was just going to say, I don't know whether you said it or heard somebody else say it. But, Phil don't want to come to work locally. What made you think he traveled across seas to go scout some French dude?
Because we watched the NCAA tournament hard. I don't recall him being in the stands at now game. Not one game watching these cats. And he knew he was going to have a high pick.
Yeah.
So he just did not go. You can't do that. But at the same time, that's kind of on Dolan's simple ass because Phil was, 65 when he took the job? What you expect?
Right. Right. And then how long he let the offer sit before he even took it, initially.
Right.
They had people speculating, was his heart really into it from the jump? So it was.
Sometimes that just be.
Let me ask you this question: do you think we'll ever see Phil Jackson in NBA again in any capacity?
Hell yeah. He gonna to LA, get his girl back, advise Magic, and he gonna get a damn ring with the Lakers in probably about 6-7 years. But he won't be coaching. He won't be in charge enough. He'll be a consultant. At least that's what I see happening. I can't see nobody letting him run their franchise.
I can't see him being back in any capacity because we know he's too old to coach. That's why he stopped coaching because of his health. And due to how he ran this team in the ground, I can't see nobody letting them come close to touching their team.
But what do consultants really do? I mean, they give you advice.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what Jerry West is.
Well, that's I think he got a little bit more power. We're gonna get into him a little bit later because I think he got a little bit more power in his consultant position. But in most cases, I mean, that's just really a person to attach to your franchise to say, hey, we got a winner. Because if they don't have no real power, it's just really, just somebody to attach. But I could be wrong. I mean, he really did mess this up. I mean, like, really.
Well, like you said, Phil in his 70s now?
I think he's 68.
Yeah,
68, 69. Somewhere around there.
Maybe go try to get Jeannie back, like you said. But, man, going up there to that retreat, Montana, smoke all the weed you want, and, and just like that.
Do you know what the type of peyote he probably got now? Like that good, just hallucinate shit.
That moon rock.
Boy. And he got $24 million to walk away. 24.
Right.
He won. As much as people can talk that shit and they, thank God Phil's gone. Phil won, people. $60 million. And they only got 80 total wins in 3 years and did not make the playoffs. And that's a win.
Yeah. The only part that I hate that's gonna come out of all this more than likely is, this is going to some people, it's gonna tarnish his coaching legacy. Even though it shouldn't, they're two totally separate things. But I bet you it's probably about 40-50% of the people out there right now who, when Phil first came on, was talking about, hey, he got 11 rings, he the GOAT at coaching, yada, yada, yada. Those same people will now take these 3 years and now say he won shit.
You know what? If anybody say that, they're stupid because there's two things that Phil did not have on these teams. He did not have 2 Hall of Famers. And I can't say Scotty was top 10 at that time, but Scotty was pretty damn high up there. So he had almost the best player in the league at all times. And he was coaching then. He's not coaching now.
Right.
The salary cap is different. You can't just go in there, sprinkle some Zen dust, and it worked. That shit don't work that way. The Knicks were in a bad place when he got there. They were in a bad place. Now, he didn't help them. He didn't do them no favors with giving Joakim Noah that money. And honestly, that's about the only bad deal I can say he did. To be completely honest, I can't think of anything else. Everybody else was on low money deals. So Noah was the only one.
Player-wise, yeah. I mean, to me, the more indictment is on the coaches that he hired.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. There is one deal. There is one. I don't think nobody was offering Melo $184 million. Nobody at that time. And he did not have to give that no trade clause. He chose to give it. That's the only thing. Those two are the only ones. And the coaches, like you said, I mean, come on. Derek Fisher sneakers away, and you gave him a job. So
Derek Fisher, Jeff Hornacek. I'm like, and poor Jeff Hornacek, he dude, you probably got half a season before you gone. So there's
if that was me,
somebody else.
I'm gonna clear it if that's me. Just start from scratch, man. Just let them go. Bring Mark Jackson in as somebody who can bring some goodwill to it because they're gonna suck for the next 2-3 years at least. But you got to clear the whole stench out. The whole stench. You can't just have some of it. You can't.
Right. I agree.
But one other thing too, they need to stay steadfast about letting Melo go. They don't need to just stick there and just say, hey, we're going to keep him now that Phil's gone. I still try to get that done because you got to burn it down. Burn it all the way down at this point. Start over.
I agree because you look at, like you said, 80 total wins in 3 seasons, no playoff appearances. He worked for 1,200 days, made $60 million, which equated to about 50 stacks a day to do nothing. Run this franchise in the ground. So, we'll see what happens, especially with Melo. I seen Stephen A., I believe it was, reported today that Melo said he would take a buyout to go to the Cavs or a trade to go to Houston. We'll see. But very interesting. Let's see that in the notes. Lala's comments.
Right.
Because we've been talking about this a lot, telling Melo take his ass home and everything. Rita said, Lala says the most important thing is that he just stay close to Cayenne, which is their son. That's my priority. That's his priority. So wherever he ends up, of course, I want him to be happy. And also she said that she plans to remain in New York. Now, if you read between the lines on that, that to me tells me that she ain't letting Melo come home.
Not yet. I didn't put in there, but she also said that they're not getting a divorce right now. They're not. But she also ain't letting him come right back home either.
Yeah, so this was like Melo going to have some co-parenting situation in his future.
Right.
You know, so.
The funny thing about this situation, they said that Phil and Dolan fell out because Phil wanted to buy him out. He wanted to buy Melo out. Dolan didn't want to do that.
Right.
Why not?
Because I think they're saying Dolan and Melo have a pretty good relationship, or a decent relationship at least. So he probably, Dolan, he still probably wants a big name face for the franchise. It is the Knicks. You got a lot of money tied up into it. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But hey, man, for you and other Knicks fans, at least this is the first step to try to get back to relevancy.
One thing about today's NBA, you either burn it down or you have a plan. We don't have a plan at all. We only got two pieces I can think of that are worth a damn, and that's the big center, Willie, and KP. That's it. I don't know nothing about this French dude, and that's all we got. So burn it down.
It could work out. We knew nothing about KP. We clowned that pick, so that turned out great.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
All you can do, just wait it out and see.
So we talk about, before we get off the Knicks real quick, you mentioned Mark Jackson. Of course, his name is obviously going to come up in the coaching search of potential candidates. Jeff Van Gundy, another one that's going, that's already have come up. I think he has ties to New York. He's been the coach before. Some other dark horse candidates out there. Even though I don't think they would give him the job, I think I hit you on the side, the other day. I would like to see. I think it's time for Sam Cassell to get a shot.
I'd like that.
But I don't think in the New York market, I don't think that'll be ideal for his first, job. Not to say he wouldn't be a good coach or what have you. I just don't think running into that dumpster fire with that market, with that team the way that it is right now, I don't think that'd be ideal. I would rather see him coach a young team,
right.
And, try to bring him up, similar to a situation like Jason Kidd has in Milwaukee, something like that.
It's funny. Before we went on the air, I saw a report that said Calipari reached out through his people to see about the president for the Knicks job.
Right, I saw that. They didn't pick up. They didn't pick up the phone.
No, I think his best bet is go to New Orleans and be the president and the damn coach of that team. That's his best bet because they'll give it to him, and he can probably get Boogie to stay and AD because he's there. They're gonna be terrible for the next 2 years. They should have some high draft picks, but I wouldn't give him the president of the Knicks job if it's me. I'd be trying to call David Griffin. I would not be dealing with that dude in Toronto because if I could give draft picks to get you free, what's the point? I need somebody I can hire right now for the free. Just money, no picks. David Griffin. That's me.
Yeah, I'm not touching Calipari in any capacity. I want him on my team, coach, GM, nothing.
Nope, not at all. But he'll get your kids paid though, people. We ain't hating on that.
I'm saying I think he's great.
Trying to win.
I think he's great right where he is in college.
Right where he is. Right where he is. You're absolutely right. So.
All right. So we're gonna dive into free agency. Now, a couple pieces, a lot of talk around free agency this year. Most of the talk was centered around trades with players like Paul George, Chris Paul, Gordon Hayward. So that's kind of the main pieces for free agency this year. Outside of that, it's really a down year, but it's still a lot of quality pieces out there. I'll still say that. KD, Steph Curry, they free agents.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. Don't even need to discuss that. Now, Gordon Hayward, did you see this in the news talking about Danny Ainge's son or somebody related to Danny Ainge. Is he a congressman in Utah or something like that?
He's a politician in Utah, and they going back and forth because he wants to keep Hayward out there in Mormon country. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Right, and he was kind of throwing a little salt, talking about, well, Massachusetts got a millionaire's tax, blah blah blah. So he's trying to throw a little salt, but at the same time, I understand Gordon Hayward's supposed to be taking a meeting with Miami. They ain't got no state taxes, so that trumped both of y'all. So, we'll see.
He could go to Miami. I guess I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't watch a lot of Miami this year, so I don't know outside of Dragic. Justice was hurt. They got Whiteside. If you're trying to win, would you go there?
They're gonna be up and coming. They're gonna be up and coming. I mean, the boy, they gave him a little decent contract last year.
What are you talking about?
Tyler Johnson. Yeah. He ended up being, he's gonna be a decent player. Of course, they got Hassan and James Jones is another guy. I think he's a free agent as well.
Yeah, he's on the list.
That's going to be getting a lot of looks. I think he averaged like 12 or 13.
Yeah, he had a solid season.
13, 5, and 4. So that's not bad. So, and they had Dion Waiters last year too.
So they got to pay both of them.
So they got some guys that, right there. They were right there on the cusp of making the playoffs. So that may be a spot for some people. I really don't think Gordon Hayward's going to end up there. I think he's going there to eat their steak, lobster, let them wine and dine him. And then, before he move on to the next spot. Because a lot of the time during free agency, that's all it's about for some of these players. They just going around, they taking all these meetings, knowing damn well they ain't got no intentions on signing there. But, I come eat your food up.
Yeah. But the same, I know Boston has a lot to offer, but, man, that weather in Miami, no state taxes, you're going to get a good contract going there. But it's whether or not you want to go to the playoffs and play as a high seed right now, or build as a low seed. One or the other. And I think you said it the other day. Him going to Boston is the worst kept secret in the NBA. So
yeah.
But he's taking the meat.
He's taking the meat. We'll see. Like I said, Utah made the playoffs this year. They could – I don't know if they got money to add a piece. I don't think as they are currently constructed that they're ready to go to that next step.
No, sir.
And I think they may lose George Hill too, right?
George Hill's free.
Yeah.
And he had a solid season. So he can go get some real money out there. Okay, let's jump to this list I put together. These are the ranked free agents. So we know the top two. They ain't going nowhere. We both think Gordon's going to Boston.
That's going to be my first choice. I'm going to say Boston. If I had to rank them from what I hear out there so far, I'm saying Boston, Utah, Miami.
Okay, let's go to Blake then. You think Blake stays?
I wouldn't. But I heard today that he's taking a meeting with Phoenix. So if he's going to take a meeting with Phoenix, there's no telling what he would do because I don't understand that at all.
They ain't got no choice but to throw that fifth year. They have no choice.
Yeah.
Now me, and I think you think the same way I do. Chris left. Might as well burn it down. You might as well. Blake ain't beat Golden State. If him and DeAndre, are they an 8 seed?
I have to go back and look at the pieces that they acquired. I think they got a few pieces.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly. It's on the second page. Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams. So both of them are solid, but I don't think they're making 8 with them, and they don't have no money. JJ said he's gone. He said he ain't resigning today.
I mean, we'll see once the dust settles. But I've been on it. The bottom of the West ain't really all that strong.
I expect Minnesota to step up. So 2 teams could fall back because they lost players. Utah. I'm sorry, Utah and Clippers could fall backwards because they lost big players. So somebody has to step up. Now,
maybe even Memphis. Memphis could fall back a little bit.
Memphis got a lot of free agents on this list, a whole lot. so they could go backwards.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and talk about the Chris Paul trade. Chris Paul got traded on Wednesday. And that came out of nowhere. Right before noon, Chris Paul got traded to Houston for Sam Dekker, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, a top 3 protected first-round pick in 2018, and like 5 other dudes. I ain't calling dudes' names down. There was a lot of them. But this situation right here, this was Chris Paul taking advantage of his leverage. He took clear advantage of it, told him, I'm not coming back. I'm signing with Houston one way or the other over the weekend. Figure it out. They took what they could get.
Right. Well, I think it was smart the way he kind of orchestrated that, because next year he'll still be able to get the max contract that he could have got this year.
Got his leverage.
And he also, by not extending this year, he can see how this whole Houston thing works out. And if it don't, he can bolt next year and go somewhere else.
Right. I tell you, man, I put it on the IG page the other day. Leverage. We've been preaching it for weeks, months since this show been on. That boy took advantage of his leverage. He's going to have all the flexibility in the world to figure out what he want to do. Now, I'm going to ask you this. I don't see how it works out, because both of them cats need the ball. So I don't know how that's going to work out. And Chris Paul ain't no prolific three-point shooter. How the hell does this work out?
I really don't know, because now you asking Harden, okay, you had him playing pretty much 2 guard. Then you switched in the point this year. Now you're pretty much asking him to go back, to playing off the ball. And Chris Paul loves to have the ball in his hands.
Yep.
So, I don't see James Harden becoming no guy running off screens and doing all that, waiting for, cutting to the basket, waiting for a pass. I don't see that happening. And the most important thing, the defense.
He don't play no defense.
Harden don't play defense. D'Antoni don't stretch defense. That ain't Chris Paul.
Nah.
Okay? That ain't Chris Paul. So
you saw I tweeted the other day how long would it take before Chris Paul want to lock up with Harden, because he don't play no damn defense.
Right. I can see him getting annoyed because Houston's not going to change their system.
Mm-mm.
They're still on the analytics and get up as many 3-pointers as you can. We ain't taking 2s. They still on that. And I can see Chris Paul by December being very, very frustrated.
And again, it can go 2 ways. It can go, he can be Steve Nash in that offense, or, because the point guard in his offense, they always eat.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden said he ain't run off no screens. He ain't going to be in the corner waiting on the corner 3.
Right.
And Chris Paul dominates the ball. And that's what I've been thinking this whole time. People's like, he going to go play with LeBron. LeBron's the point guard. Chris point guard. Both of them can't have the ball.
No, that ain't going to work either. That ain't going to work either.
I'm not too sure. They said they're not done. And shout out to Daryl Morey. He tries. But I don't know.
he told us at the end of the I think before the finals was even over, or maybe right after the finals was over, that he had something up his sleeve. I know I laughed. But
I did too.
Look. And then if he gets this, and if he gets something worked out where he gets Paul George, hey, now we're talking about something.
But you know what? This, we talked about on the show Tuesday. This is another indictment on the Supermax. Chris Paul could have stayed. Now, I heard the Clippers necessarily want to give him that 5th year, and I don't blame them. He's 32. He's 32. I don't know if I want to pay somebody $42 to $45 million at 37 years old. You got to slow down at some point. You got to. And I know you said the other week his game ain't predicated off athleticism. That's a lot of bread, though, either way, at 37 years old. A lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I don't.
Then it was an indictment also when they said Jerry West wasn't in that meeting. Said it was Lawrence Frank and Doc Rivers. So
I think Jerry West titles, I think he's just like a special advisor or something. I don't think he got no real pull.
I think he gave him one of these right here. They's like, Jerry, what you think about giving Chris that 5? You didn't take the meeting, cuz.
Exactly.
Let me ask you this real quick. Steve Ballmer bought that team for $2 billion. Cousin Blakely, they back in the lottery. They paying the lottery next year. And he paid $2 billion. Ain't nobody coming to watch them damn games in the lottery.
Bowman gonna be counting that money like Big Worm was, like Smokey was giving the Big Worm. He's gonna be flipping it over like, damn, where the money go? The money go.
Hey. All right, we got an intermission coming up.
Yes. We'll be right back. People, we're gonna take a quick little break, and then we're gonna come back and dive into, I guess, the second tier of free agents. And then we'll finish up the show. So we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all go to the bathroom, get your snack, refill your cups, and we'll be back in a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right, people, we are back. Again, we appreciate y'all. We had to take we took a little short break, a little intermission, but we back. Finish up this free agency talk. We were discussing some of the upper echelon free agents, so we're gonna finish up with some other guys here. We left off talking about Blake Griffin and his multitude of choices. Who knows where he might end up?
Right.
Next up, number one was going to probably be, what is the number one point guard on the market now that Chris Paul has been traded is Kyle Lowry. So
he kind of lost some leverage. He lost leverage on draft night because he don't have Philly no more. He lost leverage because Chris Paul signed already. So in my mind, Toronto probably going to throw that 5th year. He's probably going to resign unless the Spurs come in. You think they make that move?
Right. Because I don't know if he necessarily lost any leverage. He lost options.
Well, yeah. But you're leveraging them options against Toronto. So if you don't have as much to say I can go there, you lose it in that case, unless you want to lose.
Right. Because outside of – is San Antonio going to pay him big money to come?
Well, they convinced Paul Gasol to turn down $16 million the other day. So they're up to about 25 they can pay him.
Right.
They got to do something. They got to do something in San Antonio.
I don't know if you mean – I guess your point guard is a need because Tony Parker ain't getting no older and Patty Mills is not a point guard, really.
I keep hearing Derrick Rose. In San Antonio. I don't know how that would work, but I keep hearing it.
Yeah, he's definitely not a point guard. Papa really beat him pull the rest of the he got out trying to make
unless they just want him to score and not be a playmaker, because that's not his game. He's not a playmaker, but he'll get you 18 to 20.
Right. I guess the reason I say Lowry still have, I guess, some leverage to a certain extent is because, looking up and down this list, I don't see many point guards on it. And point guard is a premium position in the league.
He better than Jeff Teague. He better than George Hill. He better than Drew Holiday. So he's still the best one.
He is. But at the same time, looking at San Antonio, how they do things, I can see them bringing in somebody for less money that's going to effectively do pretty much the same job. Because Kyle Lowry does disappear come playoff time.
Yeah. I never forgave him for running into the locker room to get his mind right. That was some weak shit, boy.
He said he had to go decompress.
That was some weak shit.
In the middle of a damn game. Okay. They could possibly be looking at bringing George Hill back.
You know what, with George Hill? Why? I'm thinking the Clippers. I mean, he had a solid season, 17-5.
Okay, well, now that you say the Clippers, I didn't even think about that. What if they look at Lowry and bring Blake back?
But they had to make the money match up to get Chris to trade Chris. So they really technically don't have no money left. Technically. Well, they're gonna have JJ's money, but JJ's money ain't gonna add up to what they want to pay Kyle Lowry. They can make it work if they wanted to.
Yeah.
That's not a bad. I mean, okay, look at it this way. Is he better off playing in LA with Blake and Jordan than Toronto?
I mean, either way, no matter how good either one of those teams are going to be, they're not beating Cleveland, they're not beating Golden State.
And I was thinking about that the other day. I started to tweet it like, why everybody in such a rush to Golden State 7-8 times a year? Got to see him in the playoffs. Like if LeBron went there, he'd have to play them 8 times a year and then see them in the playoffs if he went to the Lakers. I wouldn't want to see them until the finals if it was me. I mean, you can't avoid them in some cases, but don't they play 8 times in the same division?
Yeah, give or take 6 to 8, something. Yeah, something like that. You know, all of LeBron landing spots. You know that's going to be a revolving door from now until next year. So
yeah,
you know,
the more I thought about it, I don't know. I mean, Dan Gilbert better get something done, but I don't know about him going to the Lakers. I don't know about that.
I don't think Dan Gilbert gives a fuck.
Nah, I mean, he got his one. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You got your one. So
another point guard on the table. Forgot about Drew Holiday.
I don't know about that one. I don't know how I feel about Drew Holiday.
I kind of like Drew Holiday. I mean, he's not the.
I didn't like the way he played when they got Boogie. He seemed like he was on them skitties.
I mean, I didn't watch a lot of their games. I know he didn't shoot well. But you know, all signs really for him seem to be pointing like he want to go play with his brother.
Well, they can't do that now because they got Dennis Smith in Dallas.
Well, they can still do it.
Well, depending on where they go. But it seemed like the draft kind of hurt some of these cats. I mean, I believe New Orleans can offer him more money than anybody, so you know, he might stay. I mean, you got 2 solid pieces. They can pick up some wings. You know, it's a lot of cats that got released that they can pick up to help them. So,
right, a lot of these cats, just because they got drafted first round, they might not necessarily be ready to start.
True.
You know, right away. So you could be looking at maybe like a 3-year deal with a 2-year opt-out or something like that to kind of bridge that gap.
In today's league, that's smart to have that 2-year with that last. See where that cap gonna be.
Yeah.
So ain't bad at all. All right, let's talk about the hometown cat, Paul Millsap. Atlanta, the new GM from Golden State already came in. Though Paul might get better offers than what we can offer him. Do we at least do a sign and trade, or he just gonna flat out leave us?
I mean, by him saying that Paul might be able to get better offers than the Hawks can offer him, that's a lie.
They gonna lowball his ass.
You got 5 years, $200 million that you can offer him. Now, what he should have said is Paul may get better offers than we're willing to give him.
Basically.
So that to me tells me that, you know, they are willing to just go ahead and, you know, and let him walk. Now, sign and trade is an option, depending on where Paul decides he wants to go to. So, you know, I haven't really thought much about really what teams Paul Millsap can help.
I think he's going for the bag, man. I really think he's going for the bag. I keep hearing Denver, maybe hell, they say Houston. At 32, he ain't really athletic. I mean, he up 18 and 8 last year, 4 assists, but it's not like he's trending up at 32. You know what I'm saying? I'd be hard pressed to pay $30 million a year for that. I'd be hard pressed.
I'm not giving them supermax. Nah, I'm not doing that. But with a team like Houston, it can work because they need somebody that can still go down to that post every now and then, you know, and get some baskets or at least get some fouls built up on the other team. And he can still spread, you know, he can still step out and shoot jumpers. He can still bring that to the table too. So I think he'll be a good like third option for a contender.
Shit, if he put up 18 and 8 with Dennis Schroeder, I'm pretty sure he can probably get up to 22, 25 with Chris. If he put up 18 with Dennis.
Well, he probably won't get them numbers in Houston.
Well, yeah, them other 2 dudes going to shoot the ball a lot. He's going to have to shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah, I'm seeing James Harden's still going to get his 25 to 30. It's just going to be in a different way.
I'm thinking Denver. Denver wants a power forward from what I keep hearing. They got the cap space. Ain't nobody else went there. He's made $92 million over his career. Hell, they probably give him another $130 million. He might go for that bag, man. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
Is Paul Millsap and Serge Ibaka the same player?
I like Paul Millsap better than Serge.
Okay.
First of all, we don't know exactly how old Serge really is. I keep hearing they say that cat 28, but they say they don't believe that shit.
Serge Ibaka?
They say he's saying he's 28. I don't believe that shit.
I'm not believing that.
So,
31, 32, I thought
right. Now they say they got a wink deal for $20 million a year. I mean, they gave up a player and a first round pick to get him. I mean, 15-7 ain't bad. I mean, the only thing I don't like about Serge at this point, I like Serge when we play defense. Now he's just a stretch 4. He don't even play defense no more. It don't seem like.
You know what happened?
Fell in love with the 3.
Well, not only that, but once you go or get shipped to Orlando, that zaps any talent damn that you have left.
They Orlando's like the Clippers of the 80s. Remember how you go there and just suck?
Black hole, man.
That's it.
Black hole.
What you think about this? What do you think about Gallinari? Because they got him as the number 9 free agent on this list. Now, them some good numbers he put up, 18-5, but I don't know.
I couldn't tell you 3 games that I watched the Denver Nuggets this year. So.
I couldn't tell you either, but apparently he's going to get paid.
So I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, a lot of people seem to want to go to Denver. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say they finished 9th in the West, right there.
Yeah.
At the end, Portland jumped them. So, I mean, if they were 9th in the West, that's pretty solid. But like you said, the West ain't necessarily as strong at the bottom as it is at the top.
Yeah. They got a lot of young pieces. They had a lot of young pieces, so they was on the. I guess you can say that they was on the way trending up. And they got put out of the playoffs on a 40-footer off the glass from Russell Westbrook when he got the double record. So
that's right.
They was right there, and like we said, some of the West teams, like Memphis, Portland, Clippers. They're gonna be falling back now, so that leaves room for maybe a Denver Nuggets team. Minnesota is gonna be hot. People expecting them to move up in the rankings. So we'll see. But
all right, the rest of this list is 11 through 21. Any of them cats like stand out to you? Like, I think George Hill's gonna get a payday. I got Greg Monroe on there, but technically he opted in, which I don't blame him because he wasn't gonna get $17 million anywhere else. But Iggy stands out to me.
I was gonna say somebody's going.
Do you see that? I didn't know Iggy made that much money in his career.
I mean, he's been in the league 15 years.
That's a good bit of change, though. 121. He can probably get maybe another 40 to 50, maybe somewhere.
Yeah, somebody's gonna overpay him. Well, they are. At least, is he restricted?
Nah, he's free.
He's free. I think what it's gonna come down to, Iggy. I think there's gonna be plenty of mid-tier, low-level teams throwing a brink truck at him.
Yep.
What he's gonna end up having to decide is that money difference gonna be worth basically losing, finish out his career, or will he take less money to work out something to stay in Golden State and win another 1, 2, 3, possibly 3 titles.
Right.
Now,
that's what it's gonna come down to most definitely. Like Otto Porter's on there. I don't believe Otto's going anywhere. They're probably not getting Paul George. They got to throw Otto a bag.
Well, who was the other person we were talking about going to Washington? I can't remember. But let's just say hypothetically somebody throw a big bag at Otto, and Washington says, "You know what? We'll pass." I can see that maybe happening.
I wouldn't blame him.
Especially if Washington is looking at getting another big name guy to come in there. But if not, I'm thinking they're gonna match, whatever offer that he gets. Especially because guard top money should be coming off the books after this season.
Right. I was about to say that 13 and 6 that they're getting from Otto, they can probably go further down this list and find somebody else, pay them cheaper. I'd save all my bread to get Boogie next summer.
Yeah.
If that was me.
Because I think Markieff Morris can really play 3. To me, I think he can beat a 3, and then you can bring somebody else in there to beat a 4, or big. So that can be some options for for Washington. They actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they got a couple options. They could look at, like I said, if they want to let Otto walk if he gets too much, move Markieff to the 3. I can see a Paul Millsap or a Blake Griffin coming in there to come down low to play with them.
One thing Washington need to do, they need to address their bench. They got to get some people on this bench to help them. They got to.
Yeah.
But past that, I don't know what the Hawks are gonna do with Hardaway Jr. I don't know. I saw something interesting today as far as with Rudy Gay. Oklahoma City said he'd be a good fit, which we've been saying that for about a year, I believe. But with that Achilles, you don't know what you're gonna get. Rudy Gay made $118 million over his career. He sniffed it all. Bless his heart. But a lot of these cats, there's a whole lot of cats on this list, man. They're gonna be ring chasing. Tony Allen can help somebody. Tabo. There's some cats who can help you. I don't know what Oklahoma City gonna do. I would not give that money to Andre Robertson at all. Self-check would not get $85 million to me. It just wouldn't happen. But do you have a damn choice?
Do Oklahoma City have a choice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them go.
I would. I would all day long. But them man, they.
If I'm saying Priesty, I'm already looking at what I'm going to do. I'm expecting him to be gone. But somebody, I don't know what dumbass is going to throw $80-90 million at him, but somebody's going to do it. This shit happens every year.
What I was thinking about today? Bruce Bowen played during the wrong era. Because players like Bruce Bowen are getting $85 million for hitting corner threes and playing defense now.
I mean, well, the cap, the money. So, I mean, that's can't really compare it that way. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, that's the way it is. It's a cap. I mean, cap ain't $50 million no more. It's $100.
Nah. It's out there. So somebody gonna pay him. Mirotic can go somewhere and help somebody. Boston did something before we came on the show that was surprising to me. They picked up, they gave him a Kelly Olynyk a qualifying offer. I thought they were going to decline that offer because they needed that money to get Gordon Hayward. I was surprised they extended that offer. Surprised.
It's true.
So.
So see, it's a lot of names out here. Just speculate anywhere where they go. It's all about a couple dominoes falling first. And then everything else will probably, fall into play.
I think it'll be real clear come Tuesday.
I hope so, because I can't deal another week or two with rumors.
Most of these cats going to take that bread, and a lot of them going to stay exactly where they are. We're waiting on 2 buyouts. Like Dwayne Wade can help somebody, Cleveland or somebody if he gets bought out. We don't know what's going to happen with Melo's buyout. And Cleveland ain't the only destination that free agents want to go nowadays. People going to go to Golden State, too. And they're going to have a few bench spots to, re-up with. So we're going to see where it goes. But I'm thinking Tuesday we'll have a clear definition, and we go from there.
There it is. That's it.
I don't have anything for last call. What you got?
For last call, y'all don't forget to check out the beginning of the end for Manny Pacquiao. Not saying that he's going to lose this fight because he didn't. But my man fighting on ESPN Saturday night, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock, probably somewhere around there. But, hey, check out a free fight. I know you tweeted it out. Shout out to everybody that's going to charge $5 or $10 a head to get into a fight party when the damn fight is free.
Folks don't know because they don't follow sports like that. They just going to go to the Pacquiao fight, and some dude going to get them for that bread. Yep.
And so, you know what? Just bring a bottle. You're going to have 2 drinks out of that bottle. That fight going to be over by the 3rd or 4th round. And you got to leave the bottle there. You can't take the bottle back. That's just proper etiquette.
Those are the rules, people. Eat the bottle.
There it is. You better eat up as many chicken wings and meatballs as you can to compensate for your bottle.
Hey. But we go from there. All right.
But yeah, that's all I had pretty much for last call. We will be back, of course, on Tuesday to touch up on free agency and see where we are. See if, like we said, a couple of these dominoes fall into place. We're getting that much closer to football season. It's July. Camp is coming in a couple of weeks.
Two and a half weeks, people. We're going hard on football.
So, all right. So, hey, tell people what you at on social media.
At RK6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
All right. And you can hit myself at Diego Barish. I guess I will talk a little bit more on social media, engage a little bit more. I've been on vacation a little bit, so we got to make more time for that. But also hit us up on our AA Sportscast Twitter feed and also at AA Sportscast on IG. And don't forget, most importantly, go to the YouTube channel, watch, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Just hit that subscribe button. Don't be scared. Any questions or anything you want to hit us up with, DM us, tweet at us, or hit us up on the email at aasportscast@gmail.com. So, again, for all hate, Diego Barishnikov. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Again, AA Sports, straight sports, no chasing. Y'all have a good weekend, man. Happy 4th.
Peace.